Okay, it is the end of Ogres turn 5. Yeah, basically these guys just reformed. The Mornfang fought in combat. Unfortunately, even though I did quite a lot of wounds, just the great weapons on the Black Orcs were just too much, and I lost it. So yeah, I've called it because that's the end of the game. Basically, I'll say Ollie's man of the match is him. I think he single-handedly handed Ollie the game there. I think as we discussed, I need a way of taking out chaff because I just got done by redirection.
It's well, without being rude, I mean it's when a troll owns you, then there's a problem with your list, not with how broken trolls are.
Oh no, there's nothing broken about trolls whatsoever.
But you obviously need a way to deal with chaff. That's
yeah, because I must admit I always tend to shy away from shooting. I don't know why. It's some I've got some
those lead belchers that are with cannons. So.
Yeah, I've got some inbuilt problem with that. But yeah, I need to get some lead belchers in the army. I must admit I've not liked them before, but the kind of I really like the army composition, and it can really put the damage out. But yeah, well, it's just very unfortunate. I mean, like these guys getting in my face so quick in turn 1, I think it fucked me up in the head a bit, and I made a few silly mistakes. I kind of got over it, but by that point if I'd thought about it, I should have charged and held back, basically killed him.
Yeah,
and then
I think that's when you've only got one iron blaster, you just need to charge it.
Yeah,
just remove the doubt.
But both of us sat there and thought that I'd be able to get through. I must admit, I was pretty convinced. It was only then when we actually went through and did it, I didn't, because I think had I got the charge off, I think things would have been significantly different. But unfortunately, that's the way, because I know that certainly when facing two very, very powerful orc hordes, you've got to castle up, smash one, and then hope you've got enough left over to deal with the other. And unfortunately, because I don't have Chaos Warriors, these guys are incredibly difficult to shift. I mean, pretty much.
Well, the only casualties they took were from me.
Well, no, I think I did 4 wounds on you with
the cannon.
With the cannon, and that was about it. Yeah.
I did more wounds on them than you did.
The Black Orcs took a good hammering, but
I think the addition of the Crown of Commander there is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Crown of Command is excellent. I mean, it makes so many things. It
makes hordes a lot better.
Yeah, and then
you don't need a bus when you can have a horde with a Crown of Command.
Yeah, that's it. Very, 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 very tough unit to beat. Certainly not unbeatable, but yeah, it really hurt. Kind of. Really, the lack of charges on there just was very, very painful. But I don't know, because the trouble is that you kind of the more you play, the more you tend to want to change your list to 2 units of Mornfang, Gutstar, 2 Iron Blasters, the kind of the typical what you require the works. I mean, that's like Ollie, who's already gone from Biggins to Savage Orc Biggins, and just because. You know, that they're good. That's great. It's a core choice. It's sensible. It's just pretty much common sense. It's kind of the way ogres are kind of. It's almost forcing me to. You can almost feel it being. You need a Gutstar. You need this. You need that. You need it's.
I think certainly for me, I think we play pretty hard. We're practically tournament. We don't play tournaments, but we like thrashing the crap out of each other in like our games. So we have these really optimal builds and that. But I think maybe we should try and move away from that next time we play and just have a bit more fluffy. Just try out some new stuff. Because I always feel like, I always want to try fluffy stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but I really like that unit as it is, and then I end up with like this ridiculous. But then you do as well, so. Yeah,
I mean, but it's kind of like. The way you kind of see it is like drop the Stonehorn, drop the.
Maybe we should try that list. Yeah. Maybe it's really fun.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh well, yeah.
I'm also you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I love this list. I think it's really good. I really like having these units, but I don't want to just crush you because I feel really bad.
Well, you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do. I don't know. I still play it, don't I?
Yeah, that's true.
The day when you knock on my door and I ain't in is the day that you know you've beaten Warhammer out of me and you have to find someone else. But that day ain't come.
But you give as good as you get.
Oh
In
yeah.
terms of your list building, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to experiment with some. Well, I don't know if I'll play Orcs next week, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, it was a good game. It was quite interesting.
But like I said, I think this game's really down to just a flaw in your list, which wouldn't have been evident until playing against someone. You know, because obviously you first tried this list out against dwarves who don't have chaff.
It was actually against Bretonians.
Oh right, yeah.
No chaff in the Bretonians,
They,
really.
Other than the Pegasus Knights, they don't really have chaff. So.
And I think I dealt with the Pegasus Knights the same way I dealt with one of the Ogres with just some strength 10 grape shot. But yeah.
So you tried against like 3 different armies now.
Yeah. Well, this is the point. This is what I wanted.
I still remember actually the same list had problems with redirection against Bretonians as well. You know, because I put some peasants up in the way. I mean, the peasants aren't hardly a redirector because they're just such a big unit. But you know, you kind of. Well, the Peg Knights did play a big part in that as redirectors at one point. I think there was a battle in the middle, wasn't there?
Ah, yes, yeah.
And they did do some pretty crazy redirecting. So. But yeah, it just gives you another support unit to take out chaff.
Yeah, so I shall be having a bit of a tiddle with the list, I think. I need to have a bit more of a think, and it's had a good test now. I like to have a couple of games against different armies just to sort of see it. So it's a good shakedown test because it really kind of exposes multiple level flaws because there's no sense changing one thing against one force and then changing another thing because then you never really know what's kind of going on. So it's best just to put a standard list up against several forces. I think really kind of test it to destruction, see where it's going wrong, and then put it together. Because in the end, I mean, kind of as it came down with my Skaven was just I had a list which was pretty much about as good as I could get it without just being stupid and putting 3 hell pits in it. And yeah, I mean, it had everything that it was pretty much a tournament list come the end of it. Like I say, barring multiple hell pits for your standard Games Workshop tournament. But yeah, it was. It's a bit disappointing to see that happen, but you know that's why if there were no redirectors, then things could have been very much different.
If there were no redirectors, we'd be playing 3 blocks of hordes like when 8th edition first came out.
But yeah, I think it's. I think I need.
Instead, now I've only got 2 blocks.
So definitely a bit of a consideration to do. So go and work on my list some more. So we will see you next week.